So much for joining me today to discuss Odoo Helpdesk. My name is Renee, and I am the head of support here in our San Francisco office. So, why is a top-notch helpdesk more important now than ever before for your business? Well, according to Microsoft's 2019 report on the global state of customer service, 59% of respondents indicated that they have higher expectations now for customer service than they did just 1 year ago, which is why it's now more important than ever before to have a help desk that can help support your customers and grow with your company. So how do you accomplish this? Productivity, traceability, and integration are key. With Odoo Helpdesk, you can increase productivity with an easy-to-use tool and improve traceability with a completely integrated solution. To demonstrate how easy to use and integrated Odoo Helpdesk is, we are going to log into the database of the Odoo Appliance Emporium. This company sells small and large home appliances and provides at-home repairs for those appliances with one of their trusted technicians. So let's take a look. First, you'll find most of your Helpdesk configuration options under the Helpdesk application under Configuration Helpdesk Teams. Here you can add additional Helpdesk teams, but we're just going to stick with the one for now. So I'm going to select Customer Care, select Edit, and the first thing that we see here is our assignment method. We have balanced, meaning that whoever has the least amount of tickets will receive additional tickets. Random, so everybody is assigned tickets randomly and evenly. And then, of course, manually. You can add additional ways for your customers to submit tickets, so via email, live chat, or on a website form like you see at odoo.com/help. You can track hours with timesheets on tickets. You can set up SLA policies to ensure response times are within your company's expectations. And you can also set up some service options for your customers like a help center or an e-learning platform like you can find at odoo.com/learn. You can also have after sales services like returns and on-site interventions. You can also set up some pretty interesting and cool features like automatic emails after ticket stage changes. And you can do that under Configuration Stages. Open up a stage, edit, and add in a template. Now, to create these templates, you'll go to Settings. You'll scroll all the way down to the bottom to make sure that your developer mode is activated here. And then you'll go to Technical and to Templates. Here, you can create a new template that applies to our tickets. If you need a dynamic placeholder like, say, customer name, you can create a dynamic placeholder generator with that tab and add your field that you're looking for instance, customer, and copy and paste this expression into the content of your email so that it's generated individually for each email. You can also add things like additional ticket types other than the question and issue that come by default so that you can categorize your tickets according to what's best for your company. And so what we're going to do now is let's jump over to the overview of our help desk. Here you'll see at the banner at the top, we have kind of my ticket stats. Everything is at 0 because I haven't assigned myself anything yet. If we wanted to see tickets, we have a few options. We can click on Tickets, My Tickets, which will show me all tickets that are assigned to me. We see All Tickets, which shows me all tickets regardless of helpdesk team, or we can select tickets based on the helpdesk team. I'm going to go ahead and click Tickets here under Customer Care. We see we have 6 open tickets now. So let's open up first microwave damaged in shipping. So first, let's go through all of the fields on this ticket. So obviously we have our title, microwave was damaged in shipping. We have our help desk team. You can also change the team if a ticket has been miscategorized. We have assigned to, so you can assign this to yourself using the button assigned to me in the upper left-hand corner, or you can also assign this to a colleague. We have our ticket type, which is obviously an issue, and we have priority. So we have 1, 2, and 3 stars. So here, the more stars a ticket has, the higher it appears on your list. We have tags to help you add additional categorization of your tickets, our customer, who is Addison Olson, their email address, email CC'd, so emails that have been CC'd on this ticket, and our sales order reference number. So if you look here, we see just one sales order. And that is because this field has been filtered based on the customer assigned to this ticket. So Addison Olson only has one sales order, so we can select sales order number 1. We can also add product if we'd like. And you'll see that the final field here is our description, and Addison is telling us to see image. So when Addison filled out our website form, there's an option to add an attachment, which they obviously have done. And I can either see it in documents in the upper right-hand corner, or I can scroll down and I can see an image in our chatter of a broken microwave. So for this particular issue, I'm going to assign it to myself. And for this issue, we can't repair the microwave, and we don't want them to ship it back to us. So we're just going to go ahead and refund Addison for this microwave. To do that, we'll click Refund in the upper left-hand corner. And I'm going to select the invoice to refund, which is related to our sales order. And I'm going to click Reverse. This is going to create a draft refund for us, which means we can edit it before we confirm it. So I'm going to click Edit, and you'll notice Addison purchased both a microwave and a blender. She doesn't indicate that there's anything wrong with the blender, so we're going to go ahead and just delete that whole line item and just refund the microwave. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm this, and then I'm going to register the payment to indicate that we've actually refunded Addison this money. So I'm going to go back over to microwave damage and shipping, and I'm going to send Addison a message that it's been refunded. And send. So from here, because we've gone ahead and just resolved this problem, I'm going to move this directly to our solved state. And let's jump back into our pipeline using our breadcrumbs. And let's open up the ticket doesn't connect to Wi-Fi. Sometimes customers create tickets that just don't have enough information. And so here we don't know what product that Colleen is referring to, and we don't know what sales order. And this is where Odoo's integration really shines. So what I can do is click on Colleen, and you'll see here at the top, we can see things like sales orders, tickets, and invoices. And I see that she has an open sales order. So I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to open this up to see if I can identify any of the products, which I can. It's the Wi-Fi connected oven that she's purchased. And so I'm going to make the assumption that that is the product she is referring to in her ticket. So again, using my breadcrumbs, I am going to assign myself to this ticket. And I'm going to move this to in progress. And this is actually a fairly common issue that we have with this product. So I've created a template for it, like I showed you how to do previously. And so what I'm going to do to use that template is click Send Message, and select these 2 little arrows here on the chatter to open our full composer. And I'm going to scroll down and click Use Template for the Wi-Fi instructions, and you see here I've added a PDF of Wi-Fi instructions on how to add that to her device, and I'm going to send. And I'm going to leave this in progress and not resolved because I want to wait to see what Colleen responds back to me. So let's jump back into our pipe, and let's work on the problem blender problem from Tom Williams. So this is what he is saying, that the motor on his blender isn't working anymore. And so we can actually repair this item. And so what we're going to do is click Repair in the upper left-hand corner. and this is going to generate a repair order. So I'm going to add our product to repair, which is a blender, and I'm going to change this location to customer since that's where the blender is located, and I'm also going to invoice this after repair. And since we know the motor is the problem, I'm going to add the product of a blender motor. I'm going to save this, and we can send this as a quotation over to Tom for him to verify and confirm that he wants this repair. Let's assume that we've sent that over to him and he has confirmed. I'm going to go ahead and just confirm this repair and start it up as our repairman, and we'll assume that we are very, very fast at repairing blenders, and we are going to end this repair and create our invoice. So this invoice gets created in the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to confirm it, and then I'm going to send it by email over to Tom. So I'll click Send and Print, and I will uncheck that print box here because I don't need a printed version of this, and I'm going to email it over to Tom. Since we haven't received payment for this yet, I am going to leave Blender problem in the in progress state until we receive payment for that invoice. In our pipeline, let's check out the ticket. Shipping was delayed. So we have from Douglas here that his delivery of his food processor was 5 days delayed, and that's just not a great customer experience, and we want to apologize for that experience. So what I'm going to do is send him a coupon. So I'm going to assign this to myself. Don't forget to do that, and click coupon here in the upper left-hand corner. You'll need to have created a coupon program already in the sales application, which I've done here for 15% off your next order, and I'm going to generate this. You'll see here we have our code. We do not have an expiration date here because on my coupon program, I did not indicate that there was any expiration. And then we also have our customer Douglas. Order reference and used in have not been filled yet because it hasn't been used. So I'm going to go ahead and click Send by Email. And we get this lovely email template that pops up. But instead of congratulations, I want to apologize for their delayed order. So we're going to say, type in directly onto our full composer and send this over to Douglas. And you'll see here the message goes to the sent stage. And since this is resolved, I am going to move this directly to solved. Now, if we open back up our pipe, let's work on the ticket return mixer. So our customer Nicole says that they just don't like the color of the mixer and they want to return it. That is totally fine. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and just click the return button in the upper right-hand corner again. And what this is going to do first is going to filter our delivery to return based on the deliveries that are associated again to that customer. And it's going to pre-fill the product that was delivered, so mixer. And I'm going to click return. This is going to create a receipt in our warehouse. And once Nicole has shipped back that product to us, I'm going to go ahead and validate that I've received it back. And so now what I can do is go back to that sales order, to that sales order number 4, and I can, you'll notice here that the Create Invoice button has reappeared. So I'm going to create an invoice, and this is actually going to create a credit note from that return. So you'll see here it's for a negative $125. I'm going to click that open, and I'm going to confirm it, and I'm going to register our payment so that we can indicate that we have paid Nicole back for her return. And since we've completed this, I'm going to go ahead and just let her know item was returned and refunded. Send that over to Nicole, and I'm going to mark this as solved. And then now our final ticket that is left in our pipe, we have Brandon with a broken washing machine and they want to have it repaired. This is going to demonstrate our brand new version 14 integration with our field services application. So in order to do that, just click the button Plan Intervention. And here we will create and view the task in our field services project. I'm not going to assign it to myself this time because I don't work in our field service department, but I am going to assign it to Robert from our field services team, and I'm going to add just some planned dates here, which is either today or tomorrow. And so Robert would go ahead and start this whenever he starts. He'll add in his products, and we'll say washing machine parts. And I'm going to stop this timer, and I'm going to say manually add that it was 1.5 hours to fix machine. So now what I'm going to do is going to go ahead and invoice this and mark it as done. And you'll notice here on our invoice we have 2 lines. One is for the time spent on the service, and one is for the washing machine parts. And I'm going to go ahead again and confirm this, and I'll send this via email over to Brandon. And again, when I use my breadcrumbs to go back to our ticket, I'm going to leave this in the in progress state so that I can wait for Brandon to pay that invoice. So this concludes our demo of the Odoo Help Desk. I look forward to hearing from all of you during our Q&A session that's immediately following this. Talk to you soon.
All right, thank you so much, Renee. That was a very insightful talk. Thank you everyone for joining us here for this Q&A session. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. The first question is, let's see here. All right, so can they be received from a company's website?
Yes, so the forum, so if you tick the box under your help desk team for website form, a nice forum appears for your website where somebody can go in and submit the ticket with their name, email address, the issue, and then an attachment of an image in case that's necessary.
All right, next question. Can I use Odoo Help Desk app as an IT ticketing system?
Yes, so I'm assuming that by that you mean an internal kind of ticketing system, and the answer is 100% yes. And this might be a great place for help desk teams, where you can have maybe one help desk team for your customers, so an external help desk team, and then one for internal users who might be having IT issues.
Perfect, and that just actually segued perfectly into that second question about the different teams. All right. Next question is, let's see here. Okay. Can we, what do you look for when hiring help desk staff?
So as in the beginning of my talk, I do manage our support team here in San Francisco, and so I do hire for our support team, so our help desk team, and what I'm really looking for are people who are deeply curious, who see a problem and just have to solve it. And not only do they have to solve it, they have to kind of figure out why it happened and how to prevent it from happening in the future. So someone who's got that kind of puzzle solving mindset.
Yeah, I mean, that's important, right? To have that engaging, curious nature to,
exactly.
find the answer.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's a scavenger hunt.
It is, and that's somebody who really enjoys that scavenger hunt is someone who's going to be really successful as a help desk agent.
Awesome. Okay. Renee, how do you create a ticket via live chat?
So if you wanted to create a ticket via live chat, so if you were using that live chat option on your website, so a little pop-up that appears on your website asking your visitors if they need help with anything. Let's say a visitor asks a question that you can't answer as a live chat agent. You can just use the command /helpdesk, and that's going to create a ticket automatically in your help desk system.
All right. Now, how do you, as a manager, how do you set up an SLA policy, or for those of you who don't know, a service level agreement? Yeah, so to set up an SLA policy, what you're going to do is click configuration in the top right-hand corner. You're going to click help desk team. Like I mentioned in my talks, most of your settings for help desk are going to live in those individual teams. So make sure that that SLA policy option is ticked on the help desk team. Go ahead, and then right below that you'll see a link
to your policies. There, you can actually create a policy based on lots of different things like criteria of the priority, the ticket type, stuff like that. And then down below, you'll actually create the policy. So assignment versus stage, and then the timing of that you want.
Okay. All right. I'm glad the questions are now rolling in.
Okay.
All right. We have an excellent one here. How do you manage product warranty in Helpdesk to decide whether to invoice a customer or if it's free?
Yeah, so I think that depends on where you want that product warranty date to live. But that's kind of where the integration comes in part, right? You can actually just go straight from that customer to the sales order where that product with a warranty might exist. And then depending on what date that sales order has or what date you have for that product warranty, you can decide if you're going to invoice for this issue or if you are going to fix it for free.
Okay. Next question. Is there a way to split tickets into paid support and free support?
I think this would also be a great use case for a help desk team. So having two help desk teams, and then people can submit tickets differently depending on how that help desk team is. Maybe if it's a paid support ticket or a support program, you could use a special email address for those customers or a special website form. So I think that would be a great use case for those teams.
Excellent. All right, now, we've been dealing with a very strange year, as you know.
Very strange.
Your team is a pretty dynamic team. I've had the pleasure of being there and hanging out with them. How do you keep that level of cohesion with your team, working with everyone working from home? And how do you keep that level of engagement going?
Definitely. So one thing that's fantastic about our support team is that everyone is super tight-knit. And so something that we've done to help kind of keep information flowing and help keep that team bond is we're doing multiple happy hours per week so that people have a chance to talk about non-work things. And then also we are super chatty in our messaging system where we kind of talk with each other all day about issues and how to best support a customer.
Awesome. All right. Another question is, how do we generate reports on Helpdesk?
There's going to be a nice reporting button up in the purple bar. I didn't go over that very much in the talk, but there's going to be a reporting button. But as with any application in Odoo, you've got a ton of options for reports. You can always export things into a spreadsheet if you're not kind of getting the numbers that you're looking for. And then you can also change the views into, like, say, a pivot view, so you can kind of mess with your with whatever you want to see in those reports.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we are running out of time. I am going to put rca@odoo.com for any further questions that you have about Helpdesk, building a Helpdesk team. Any of those topics can be submitted, and it's going to be right here in the chat. Thank you so much, Renee.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining today for our talks and for being awesome Odoo customers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.